Guys, it's Destiny, and today we're going to be going over Phainon's Kit, Team Synergies, builds, and my thoughts on his value so far from what we do know about him. I'll also be releasing my full review on Phainon once I'm able to test him out some more as well. Before we begin, let me know which character you are the most excited for in our upcoming patches, since we are getting so many reruns and also so many new characters as well. And lastly, if you enjoy videos like these, do make sure to subscribe, hit the like button to support the video, and now let's get straight into it. Starting off with Phainon's Kit, Phainon is a physical destruction character with a unique ultimate that is centered around stacks, similar to Acheron and Phainon requiring stacks for their ultimate. Phainon has a very unique territory in his kits as well. Prior to Phainon's ultimate though, Phainon's basic attack will deal physical damage onto a single enemy, while his skill will give him 2 points of Coreflame, as well as deal physical damage onto a single enemy and adjacents. Phainon will need to get 12 points of Coreflame in order to use his ultimate, and he can also hold up to 3 excess points of Coreflame as well. Phainon gains 1 point of Coreflame by being the target of any target's ability, which does include enemies and allies. In the case of an enemy, this could be, for example, an enemy attacking him, and in the case of allies, some examples could be Sunday advancing him forward, Bronya advancing him forward, Phainon using her skill on Phainon, characters using their ultimates that also affect Phainon, and so on, just as some examples. A cool perk Phainon will have though with one of his traces is that he'll be able to gain 1 point of Coreflame when receiving an energy regen effect provided by team members, which means Sunday or Tingyun's ultimates can actually give Phainon 2 points of Coreflame total rather than just 1 point of Coreflame. Once Phainon has 12 points of Coreflame as mentioned, he can now use his ultimate and he'll transform as well as deploy a territory during his transformation. Other team members will become departed during his territory and cannot take action, and all enemies will gain physical weakness as well. Phainon will be fighting on his own during his territory, but he will still retain all the buffs from allies during this. During this territory, Phainon will have new abilities he can take advantage of, one being his enhanced basic attack and 2 enhanced skills. One of the enhanced skills revolves around being able to counterattack enemies, and the other enhanced skill being centered around the points of Scourge he accumulates. His enhanced basic attack will get him 2 points of Scourge, while his enhanced skill, Calamity Soul Scourge, will get him Scourge based on the number of enemies on the field. His enhanced skill, Calamity Soul Scourge, will cause all enemies to immediately take action, and Phainon will also reduce the damage received when using this skill. And after all enemies take their actions, he'll launch a counterattack onto them. The attack will be strengthened by the amount of Soul Scorch stacks he gets. As for Phainon's final enhanced skill, it'll be strengthened if he has 4 points of Scourge accumulated, and Phainon will also dispel all debuffs on him and be able to deal massive damage onto enemies with the enhanced skill Foundation Star Death Verdict. As for when Phainon exits his transformation, he will deliver a final hit before ending this transformation, which you would then need to get him enough Coreflame points to re-enter his transformation by using his ultimate if you did not defeat all enemies within his first transformation. When it comes to Phainon's technique, it'll increase the max technique points by 3 just by him being in the team, and his technique will consume 2 skill points and immediately attack all enemies. What's really cool is that when he uses his technique, if you are hitting a little enemy, so an enemy that is not an elite, then he will immediately defeat them. And then after entering battle, he will regenerate energy for all allies and gain 2 Scourge and 1 skill point. He will also deal physical damage onto all enemies at the start of each wave. And when it comes to Phainon's kit, he has quite an interesting kit when it comes to his territory overall, all the allies becoming departed, but it is definitely a great thing that he will be able to retain all the buffs that were used on him when he does enter this territory with his transformation. It is worth noting when someone is to play him, trying to ensure that you have all the buffs active on him before transforming would be really nice, as then you can fully take advantage of all the buffs the characters on your team are able to provide for him. Now that we've gone over Phainon's kit though, let's go over some team members. When it comes to Phainon's team members, he'll heavily appreciate teammates that can target their buffs onto him in order to quickly get points of Coreflame in order to transform with his ultimate. Some team members can be Sunday for his buffing capabilities, advance forward to allow Phainon to use his skill more frequently, The energy regen Sunday provides with his ultimate will be useful for getting Phainon more Coreflame, and so on. Sunday will be a very nice partner for Phainon. Due to the fact of him being able to advance him forward now allows Phainon to use his skill more frequently, and this results in you generating even more Coreflame for Phainon. Plus the buffs that Sunday provides when it comes to the crit rate, the crit damage, the damage boost, and so on are also very useful for Phainon as well. As for other team members though, Bronya provides action advance with her skill, which can be beneficial for Phainon in order to use his skill again and more frequently as mentioned with Sunday. And you can actually do a team of Sunday and Bronya to be able to quickly get Phainon enough Coreflame for his ultimate, but of course you can use alternative supports here as well. Some other supports you can consider can also be Tingyun, as she could target Phainon with her skill, as well as her ultimate, which her ultimate also has energy regeneration, which can assist with getting Phainon more points of Coreflame. You can consider other supports to further amplify Phainon's damage output, either as your second support slot or even a no sustain team, as Phainon will be fighting alone during his territory, so you could go the route of potentially hyper buffing him with 3 supports, then he transforms and is able to deal massive damage onto enemies. If you do use a sustain though, this would come down to which sustains you have, but you can use characters like Gallagher, and it's also worth noting that you can use a character like Huohua, as she does have energy regeneration with her ultimate, which can be useful in the case of getting Coreflame. Phainon will commonly be used as a hyper carry due to how his kit functions and him being essentially the star of the show during his transformation and his territory. And when it comes to an idea of how to possibly speed tune, let's say you had Sunday and Bronya. Consider a 162 speed Sunday, 161 speed Bronya. You can use Sunday to advance forward Phainon, and afterward you'll be able to advance forward Phainon again with Bronya, which results in nice Coreflame generation for Phainon to be able to quickly use his ultimate. And ideally, as mentioned, you want to activate all the buffs your characters can provide for Phainon, so when he is in his transformation from his ultimate, he'll be able to fully take advantage of the buffs the team can provide for him. I will also be showcasing Phainon very soon, so if you do want to see those showcases, do stay tuned and do make sure to subscribe to see more from me as well. As for building Phainon when it comes to his relics, I would recommend Wave Strider Captain, and you could potentially also consider Champion or Scholar sets as well. And as for his planars, you'll be looking at the new upcoming Woven Dreams planar set, or you can also consider Rutland Arena. As for his main stats, you'll want crit rate or crit damage body. Ideally try to get as much crit rate as possible within battle, which will of course account for his relics and then the buffs he may receive in battle. And you do want to ensure that you are able to land critical hits as frequently as possible. When it comes to his boots, you would go with attack or speed. For his orb, I would recommend physical damage orb, and then lastly attack rope. For his substats, you'll primarily be looking to increase his crit stats and attack. Speed is a consideration though if you are aiming for a certain speed threshold on him. For light cones, you'll be looking at his signature, On the Fall of an Aeon, Brighter Than the Sun, a new upcoming destruction light cone that was shown during the stream, and so on. As for Phainon's value, I would say ultimately it comes down to if you're looking for a new damage dealer and you're a fan of Phainon's gameplay when it comes to how his territory functions with him being the sole character you're playing during his transformation, then this could be a fun option for you, and he could eventually also get even more favorable supports that can strengthen Phainon even further. We do have Saber coming though in version 3.4 as well as a DPS option, and then Archer of course is free. But when it comes to Saber in particular, if you're on the fence regarding Phainon, I would recommend waiting until Saber showcases are released to determine which character you want the most out of the two. Both nicely take advantage of Sunday, so that is something to keep in mind when it comes to team building with them. And I'll be making a video in regard to Saber, Archer, and also making a who you should pull video very soon. We have so many characters in version 3.4. We have a bunch of reruns. We have the new characters, so I'll definitely be making that video very soon for you all. And we are stacked when it comes to the supports on the first half. So regardless though, do stay tuned for that video as I'll be going over that. And I would love to know all of your thoughts on Phainon, if you all are planning to pull for him, or if you're potentially skipping him for someone else and for who, since once again, we're gonna have a bunch of options in this upcoming version to be able to pull from. So I would love to know how you guys are feeling about Phainon so far. And also, I hope you all did enjoy this video, and if you did, do make sure to subscribe. Leave a like to support the video, and I hope to see you all next time. Peace.